Good evening and welcome to the Vote Yes on 2 for Dental Care Medical Loss Ratio Ballot Initiative Town Hall. I'm here to talk to you guys tonight about how you can get involved over the next couple of weeks and try to help move this campaign forward. Next slide, please. A couple of weeks ago, we set up we created the Yes on 2 website. So the link is Vote Yes for 2 on Dental. .com, and this is where we house a lot of our campaign information, how you can contribute to the campaign, where you can find information to share about the ballot initiative. We also are keeping continuous updates on the MDS website. So please make sure that you're checking the MDS website. There's a lot of great information on there. And that's how it's a very important medium as to how we get our information out. So please check it regularly, especially over these next 4 to 5 weeks. On that website, you'll find a developed toolkit. There's a logo in there, social media posts that you can reshare. There are posters that you can hang around your office. There are templates for letters to the editor, and there's also templates for email. Next slide, please. So what's coming? This has been an exciting week here at the MDS. We got a lot of yard signs in. We've been distributing them at district events over the past week and a half. We've created district hubs, and you'll be hearing more about that information. That's where you'll be able to pick up information about the campaign, so you won't have to come all the way to Southborough. We're going to bring this information to you, and more information about that will be coming out shortly. As I stated before, we have posters that are available. Folks have been taking those, hanging them in their offices, putting them in their windows at home. So that's great. We've created stickers that, you can give to patients or you can wear around the office. We're in the process of creating a trifold educational pamphlet for patients that you can hand out and for voters. All that stuff's in development. It's going to be in 2 languages, Spanish and English. We also have hats and pins to be worn by the dental teams and the front office staff, and all this stuff's going to help to drive the discussion about the campaign. There's also a place on the website where you can place orders for all this stuff. That gets updated, every day. We see that list, so please either pop by the office if you want, or sign up on the website, and we'll make sure that we get that information to you. Next slide, please. Radio ads. Our radio ads are up. They went up as of yesterday. They're running on 98.5 the Sports Hub, 93.7, I believe 100.3. But folks have been stopping me and talking to me about that. We're going to be going up on television soon. You may or may not know this. The opposition has gone up on television today. So why I'm here to talk to you guys is, we really need to collectively come together and get the message out. You guys, this is not a political campaign in the sense of a candidate. Rather, it's not a candidate campaign, I should say. This is it's something that's going to be driven by third-party validators yourselves. You're the most important and trusted messengers on this issue. That's why your patients come to see you. You guys have built a relationship and you have a rapport. And more than anyone, if they're going to have a question, if they're going to have a question about question 2, they're going to come to you guys. That not only extends to your offices, but also to your social networks. With that said, we're also going to be hosting a Get Out the Vote. We're going to hold a canvas day in the districts. I want to have district phone banking. I want to have you reaching out to all of your fellow colleagues at the MDS in membership and speaking to them about the importance of this issue and why they have to advocate. It's really a watershed moment. Hats off to the 5 dentists who got this on the ballot. I think that what they've done is really spur a movement. And it's a unique opportunity that we need to leverage and take advantage of. We can send a message not only to the insurers here in the Commonwealth, but across the United States. All eyes are watching Massachusetts around MLRs. It would be the first of its kind to offer an actual reporting number and not just transparency. So it goes a long way. It's important. So your support's going to be needed. So if you have any free time over the next few weeks, I want you to think about doing some campaign activities. We're going to be doing visibility. As I said, we have yard signs, we have posters. If you can go stand out on a corner, a high traffic corner for a little bit and hold this sign. We're going to need folks outside of polling places on election day holding signs. So there's going to be tons of opportunities, outside of just your patient network that you can affect this. There's also a QR code here, so please feel free to scan that, and it'll take you right to our website where you can donate to our campaign. We've raised a significant amount of money. We got a great gift from the ADA, thanks to them. That $5 million allowed us to do a lot of work. Get up on TV, get up on radio, start to think about putting together mailers. So that was a huge shot in the arm, but this campaign is expensive. This is an expensive media market that we're in the Boston area. A lot of our TV time is being sucked up by the Senate races in New Hampshire. So TV time is at a premium. We're a ballot issue, so we don't get a discount like candidates do on TV time. So it's an incredible amount of money that it costs for us to get out our message. Obviously, we'll never be able to match the insurance companies dollar for dollar, but I think it's critical that we at least raise enough money where we can get our voice out, and at least counter that message. That's the important point. As an organization, as a grassroots force, we have almost 5,000 member dentists across the state, split up geographically. So we're in a great position to be able to educate folks and let them know what they need to do. Next slide, please. So here's a clip of our website at the MDS. So if you guys wanted to know where you could find this information, here it is. The link is down here as well. But this is incredibly important information. We've crafted this toolkit in a way that you can speak to your patients about this in a layman's way. We want to make sure that we're explaining the points of what the ballot initiative is and what it does. But we want to make sure that we explain it in a way that they understand. So you'll find a lot of resources on the MDS website, not only about the campaign, but how you can talk about this to your patients. We have to let them know that this adds consumer protections to dental insurance plans, similar to medical insurance plans. We have to let them know that there are a number of ways that insurers could have complied, and that's to reduce premiums. They could streamline operations, pay more for dental claims. Providers out there, folks might complain about the prices of mouth guards, veneers, things like that. These are simple ways that we could say, well, if they were paying more for care, we could possibly drop the cost of this stuff. So we've created a lot of talking points where you can talk to your patients in a way that they understand, that isn't too high level, that causes them to continue to ask questions and convolute the message ultimately. Next slide, please. Hat tip to Dr. Andrew Tonelli. This is his office in Boston, and he's gone to the toolkit, printed out the forms, put it out there for his patients to see. He also put it on the TV in the waiting room in his office. So there are a number of ways that you can get involved just from the toolkit. But I really want folks to understand that you are the trusted leaders on this. There's a lot in being invested in this campaign from the ADA, not only the ADA, but from their fellow members, and from other dental associations and dentists across the country. So we have so far donations from all of the districts. We're trying to close out the last 3, but I want 100% participation across the board. I think it's important that you guys view dentistry not only on the path of the services you provide, but also creating a regulatory environment for you to, continue to provide those services to your patients. This MLR initiative and vote is just the beginning. If we can get this passed, it's going to put the dental society on the map. We're going to have a lot more respect when we walk into the State House and we talk to them about the issues that are affecting us, and the issues that we want to advocate for. But we have to show that we care about these issues so other people can care about them. We have to show folks the importance of dentistry. We have to let them know, how their healthcare is closely related to their overall healthcare, how their dental care is, related to their overall healthcare. So it's important that we take this moment, seize it, and allow us to bring some of our issues to the forefront, and create a base, and hopefully we can begin to get some meaningful policy passed here. Next slide, please. How can you support us? As I said, monetarily. I'm really reaching out to you all as members, and asking you if you can possibly contribute to this campaign, to please do. Every little bit helps. We have to be able to drive our message, and how do we do that is with money. We have to buy media time, which is incredibly expensive, as I stated earlier. But it's critical that we raise these funds and we're able to combat some of the messaging that I feel we're going to start facing shortly. The insurers are not going to sit by idly and allow us to just get out our message and not get theirs out. So we always have to know they have unlimited resources. We do not. So, but what we do have is we have you all. We have, we have almost 5,000 member dentists across the state. We really have to get them activated. So I'm asking you to not only contribute monetarily, but to speak to your fellow colleagues that might not be on this webinar, and ask them to contribute, ask them to get involved. We will be sharing this after the webinar. We will edit this out and send it to you guys, so you can share it with your friends and ask them if they've seen it. We'll put it in the e-news. But also how you can help in your offices. Educate your staff and encourage them to vote. This is going to be a low turnout election. There's nothing driving the top of the ticket. It's important that we speak to our friends, we speak to our social networks. You talk to the Rotary clubs, your church groups, your dinner clubs, your golf buddies, book clubs, your kids' soccer games, everything. We have to make sure that we get the message out. So like I said, it's going to be a low turnout election. So we have to make sure that we get as many of our voters and friends voting yes on this as we possibly can. The MDS toolkit, as I stated earlier, has pretty much everything that you need in there to educate your staff and your patients on what question 2 is. Please, 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 I urge you to download it, share it, use these materials. It is critical. I don't know the volume of patients that you all see in a day, but I'm quite sure it's a lot, collectively at least. So it's important that we get this information out as soon as possible. So if you haven't, after this webinar, go to the MDS website, download the toolkit, please. Your office email listservs, reach out to your patients. If you need help drafting an email or crafting something, we're more than happy to give you a template to do that. But we want you to use your listservs. As I said, this is very much a third-party validator campaign, and you guys are that trusted third party. They expect us to say yes. They expect the opposition to say no. They expect you guys to give them the truth. So make sure that you use your listservs and send your patients this message. Let them know that this is on the ballot. Let them know that it's critical that they vote yes on it. Like I said, we have to tap every resource that we have to ensure that we can reach as many voters as we possibly can. Join a Canvas or phone bank, please. Please, please, please join a Canvas or phone bank. It's important. We're down the stretch. There's about 5 weeks left in this election, 41 days. It's important that we give everything that we can. Even if you can only call 25 members, that's fine. If everybody commits to doing that across the board, we'll be able to reach all of our membership, and in turn, our membership can reach their networks. Speak to your personal networks, as I've stressed over and over again. It's important. Talk to patients, like I said, emphasize the value. It's all about the patients. It's not about you. That might be a talking point eventually that pops up, but it's not about you guys. It is about the patients. If we keep this patient centric, they'll see the value in voting yes, and they'll see the value in MLRs. Next slide, please. So this is in the toolkit. This is something that's very simple. As you can see, it just gives the straightforward facts. One thing that I've been cognizant of is using the term medical loss ratio. It tends to sometimes I think muddy the waters for the layperson. I think that we understand that, but as I said, as we get into this, we don't want to get into the weeds, and we have to remember that this is not about the dental. It's not about us as providers, or the organization or the other yes campaigns. It's about the voters of the Commonwealth now. It's been certified, it qualified for the ballot, and we need to speak to them in ways that they understand. And I think that this graphic illustrates that. And these are the tools that you'll find in there. Next slide. Thank you for your support, and thank you for joining this webinar tonight. These are some of the things that are going to be coming down the pipeline. Some of the activities that I want us to engage in over the next 5 weeks. You'll begin seeing emails from us that are detailing some of these plans. I urge you to sign up to get involved, and let me know what you want to do when you do sign up to get involved. It'll be much easier for us to organize on the back end. But I'm asking you to join this campaign and help us get the word out to pass this question on November 8th. So thank you guys for your time tonight, and see you next time. Take care.